Now, will the ANC in the Free State finally convene its elective conference? There have been several postponements to iron out internal issues. Some members are unhappy with the current provincial interim committee and have filed court papers to have it disbanded. But the committee is planning to go ahead with the conference later on this month. Let's bring in senior reporter Siphamandla Goge, who's obviously been following developments around this particular story. He's in Bloemfontein. He was there yesterday for the Letsima campaign, and today you're following developments around that elective conference actually happening. Siphamandla Goge, what have engagements sounded like with people of leadership there? Is it going to happen? Are the court proceedings going to put a disturbance once again on the conference?
Eventually, the conference of the ANC in the Free State will have to happen. The question is when, but it's a constitutional requirement to have that provincial conference of the ANC. It's long delayed. It's been postponed over a number of times now. Some members of the ANC in the Free State are unhappy with the status of the party's interim provincial committee that was appointed by the National Executive Committee of the ANC following the lapse of the term of the previous provincial executive committee. This is the province of the ANC that has been plagued by deep divisions, disunity, and not being able to convene a provincial conference to duly elect the new provincial executive committee of the ANC. There is uncertainty over what will happen regarding the ANC in the Free State. So far, only 2 provinces of the ANC in South Africa have been unable to convene their eagerly awaited provincial conferences. That is the Western Cape and the Free State. Many people are focusing on the Free State because it's one of those powerful and influential provinces, or should I say it used to be. And many people wanted to know what will happen moving forward. Remember, this is the political turf and political home of the suspended Secretary General of the ANC, Ace Magashule. So as we speak, there is uncertainty over when that conference will be. There are proposed dates that are being thrown around here. The interim provincial committee of the ANC in the Free State is trying hard to push for the provincial conference to be convened towards the end of October. No date has been fixed yet. They are waiting for the finalization of all the logistics and that clear or go ahead from the National Executive Committee of the governing party. But for now, as we speak, none of the regions of the ANC in the Free State have convened their regional conferences. And many people are asking, if the party is in disarray like this, what will happen moving forward, leading up to the December Congress of the governing party? But of course, we all know that the National Conference of the ANC is the conference of the branches. So not necessarily that you need a province to go to a conference, but it's ideal to have a provincial executive committee that will go to the conference. And also it helps in terms of numbers when it comes to voting. Remember, provincial executive committees, if they go to the National Congress as a block, then the issue of voting and numbers becomes easier. But if you don't have a PEC, you will have branch delegates going there, given that mandate by their branches. So in the Free State, as we speak, the interim provincial committee of the ANC has failed to successfully convene the provincial conference. It's something that Mkolisi Duwane, by the way, who's the convener of the IPC in the Free State, says, well, according to them, they are ready. They are hoping that by the end of the month, the conference will be convened. But they have made such statement before, or rather such statements before. Let's take a listen.
Contrary to a view that we are refusing to go to a conference, we are ready. The structures are ready. The challenge that we are facing has been this process of digitizing the membership of the ANC, the QR codes, and also some of the challenges that we are facing. And some of the PPGMs have been postponed due to challenges and glitches in that space. Once this is corrected, we are good and to go to a conference of the ANC. But the most important thing, more than people thinking of just going to the conference of the ANC, the most important thing is actually taking people to understand what this renewal is all about. You can't change things if you do not change your mindset, if you do not change the way you perceive things. And this is what we are engaged in.
So there is no fixed date for the provincial conference yet?
We will be recommending to the National Executive Committee, because we gave them the roadmap that ended on the 30th of September, when we were supposed to go to a conference. And now in our last meeting as the IPC, we recommended that we should actually look towards the end of October. And this is subject to the approval by National Executive Committee.
On the matter of the National Congress, Siphamandla Goge, President Cyril Ramaphosa obviously acknowledging the many challenges that currently exist, but also weighing in on the National Congress. What did he have to say in this regard?
Well, it's something that he's looking forward to in terms of him pushing hard to get that re-election as the president of the ANC, and also him coming to the Free State for the Letsima campaign of the ANC, which is more like a renewal and revival campaign of the ANC to get the structures of the governing party in order from a branch level, zone level, region and the province. So ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa, we asked him about a number of issues concerning the December Congress, and one of those is the issue of former President Jacob Zuma's name that is being mentioned, and the possibility that the former president is being nominated by some branches to contest for the position of the national chairperson of the ANC in December. President Cyril Ramaphosa, just like the current national chair of the ANC, Gwede Mantashe, simply suggesting that the former president is too old to contest, but that's the debate that will rage on. Other people have said, well, it has happened in the past, it may have been under difficult or rather different political circumstances and political climate whereby Walter Sisulu contested when he was old, and others are saying it's not something new that leaders will contest for leadership positions when they are old. So that's the debate about the age and the age limit that will continue to rage on. But coming back to the ANC in the Free State, remember, all factions of the ANC are trying hard to, quote-unquote, capture this province of the ANC in the Free State. If I were to use that term, it's been the political stronghold of suspended Secretary General Ace Magashule, ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa, trying very hard to make an inroad here, trying very hard to neutralize this province so that he can get political support that will at least give him a boost going to the December Congress where he seeks re-election. We understand that a number of ANC leaders and members are trying to contest him. They include Dr. Zweli Mkhize, a current NEC member, former health minister, as well as the name of Lindiwe Sisulu keeps on coming back, the current minister of COGTA, Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, who is the member of the National Executive Committee, has said that she will be contesting. So leading up to December Congress, you will see ANC leaders crisscrossing the country campaigning to be elected or re-elected. But coming to the Free State, ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa concedes that party structures are not in good standing in this province, and he is of the view that the Letsima campaign will help to revive the party structures and also put this province into a good and solid political foundation. Let's take a listen.
Both at provincial level, at regional level and at branch level, the ANC is coming alive. Also in this province, which was hugely challenged in the past, we can see that the Letsima program is really coming into its own, and people are focusing on strengthening the branches of the ANC and making sure that they are not only ready for conferences but ready to serve our people. The province should be going to a conference soon, and through that we will be able to lift the revival of the branches of the ANC.
Siphamandla Goge, senior reporter out in the Free State, thank you very much for that important update this morning. And of course, we'll continue to catch up with him as he follows developments about whether the conference will actually take place in that province.